time in Dish with D. That's me. I was asked by a few of my group to come up with my top 10 fall recipes. So I went over my videos and I had to pick 10. It was difficult because there's a lot of good stuff up there. Lots of good stuff. So I'm going to share with you the ones that I feel are my top 10. Now, you could have a totally different idea. Absolutely. And I have a couple honorable mentions because, like I said, 10 wasn't enough. I could have said top 15, but top 10 always is like, that's the game. So I'm going to put them in order, like 10 being my favorite, but 1 being my absolute. So they're all my favorites because they're all my babies. A lot of these are my creations. If it isn't a creation of mine, I will definitely let you know. Number 10, pumpkin chocolate chip bars. They're from the Pound Dropper. I made them about a month ago. They're really, really quite yummy. And I think they come out to be 1 point each. Love a good pumpkin bar. It's made with a pancake mix, pumpkin, chocolate chips, sweetener. It's all good. When you're hitting pumpkin, you know, I'm a pumpkin girl. Now, number 9 and number 8 might surprise you because they're fabulous, but they're very new. So I haven't really decided whether I love them or I love them, but do I love them? They're too new to know. But number 9 would be the apple crisp that I made. If you saw an apple crisp in a mug, I had leftover sauteed apples and I thought, how can I make this into again, I am all about one and done because if I have something around, I tend to eat it. Yeah, willpower, don't have it. So know yourself. And then, so I will have actually all of these listed, the videos down below in case you want to go check them out. Number 8, the apple fritter. That is going to be fast moving up on the list. That, again, came out of a need for wanting an apple fritter from Dunkin Donuts. So I created this apple fritter. Now, this apple fritter is actually a great base for any kind of fritter. You could put different kinds of fruit in there. You could put pumpkin. Oh, be prepared because I'm going to do a few different versions of we'll have Fritter Week or something. Oh, Fritter Week. Can you imagine all the fritters are? But they were 2 points each. Can't beat that with a stick. So absolutely. Pumpkin cheesecake in a mug, number 7. My cheesecakes in a mug are really, really yummy. Small, enough for one, within your points, and delicious. So yes, I had to put pumpkin cheesecake in a mug there. Like I said, some of these were just hard because trying to put them in order of what I like, it just depends on my mood. But I all really, really like them. So that's another favorite. Number 6, caramel apple mini pancake muffins. I mean, come on. Caramel apple pancake muffins. Super duper low on points, super duper yummy, and what a great breakfast. Makes like you're having a little bit of a treat, but it's breakfast, it's pancake mix, it's high protein, it's delicious. Winner, 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 winner. And of course, not to be the pumpkin pancake mini muffins, of course. Caramel apple and pumpkin, my 2 favorite things. So yeah, and they both, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think they both have a topping because why not? Just because we're on WW doesn't mean we don't get good food and have a topping on our breakfast. If you're not having toppings, we need to talk. You're not living right. All right, number 4, pumpkin oat bars. Now these were something I found in my recipe builder from Points Plus. You know, that's a really good tip. Go to your recipe builder and see some old recipes you haven't made for a while. All I did was, now back when Points Plus was, I had used Truvia, which had points, the old Truvia. So I subbed out, I think, either Lakanto monk fruit or Sucre and Gold, which was 0, and it lowered the points. And there is a protein powder in there. Again, the recipe had the WW smoothie mix. That's what it used. So I don't have that, so I just subbed out a protein powder. Again, you have smoothie mix, put smoothie mix in there. You don't have either, don't use either. You could use sugar-free pudding. You could just leave it out. The world is your oyster, people. It's you know, something like that you could definitely put in or take out. Number 3. Now this is a double because I put it in the same category because to me they're basically very similar. The cranberry apple butter and the pumpkin butter. Now the cranberry apple butter came from a member of my WW workshop. She submitted it to my leader and she shared it with us. So I don't remember who her name was, honestly, because I don't think she was a member of my meeting. I think she was a meeting member from her other meeting. And the pumpkin butter was not mine either. That came from a Suzanne, who was a member of my Facebook group. I haven't seen Suzanne. Suzanne, if you're watching this, I miss you. So those are both phenomenal. Oh my gosh. The pumpkin butter you can make on the stove or in the crock pot. I do it on the stove. Don't ask me why. It's just easier and it doesn't take as long. Cranberry apple butter you have to make in the crock pot. It cooks. And then you get the immersion blender. Put the apples with the skins on and it's good stuff. Either one is fabulous. And if you get cranberries, because you can only get cranberries. I didn't know this till a few years back. At Thanksgiving time, I didn't realize that you couldn't get cranberries all year round. I get them and they freeze fantastic. Leave them in the bag, throw them in your freezer. So whenever you want to make something like this, you have fresh cranberries. So every time at Thanksgiving, I stock up on the Sam's Club big ass bags. Always can't, but I have cranberries in my freezer. For cranberry sauce, for butters, for recipes. Fabulous. Fabulous. All right, number 2, pumpkin cheesecake hummus. Shut the front door. Seriously, pumpkin pie in a hummus form. Pumpkin cheesecake in a hummus form, might I add. Can you just? Now, the only thing, it's a 0 point recipe. I mean, you're not going to eat the whole thing. But the dipper's all you have to pay points for. And I always say, if you don't have points for dippers, use fruit. Apples go fabulous with it. Strawberries, yum. So yeah, definitely. I love, all my hummuses are absolutely phenomenal. And you get so much, what you're paying at like your store for a little container that you have to pay 2 points a tablespoon for. I'm giving you like, I think you can get like a 1/3 cup for 0. I'm just saying. And the pennies to make it. So make your own dessert hummus, people. I have about 5 recipes on my channel. At least 5, might even be 6. I've lost count. There's the butterscotch blondie, the brownie batter. Now I'm going off topic, but the hummuses are absolutely fantastic. I do believe that I have a category called beans. I think that's what I called it. And anything that I have that has hummuses and stuff is under there. So I would definitely check that out. And the number 1 favorite recipe of mine that I make on the channel is a twofer because it's very similar, it's just a different size. The pumpkin dump cake from WWF, and I coined the pumpkin dump cake in a mug. It's kind of a riff on this dump cake, but in a mug, because sometimes we can't have a whole pumpkin dump cake because I know, just grab a fork and sit down. It is probably one of the best desserts I've ever made. And when I bring it somewhere, people have no idea it's low in calorie, low in point. They just think it's fantastic. It is one of the best things you will ever make. I will stake my reputation on that one. So the pumpkin dump cake and the pumpkin dump cake in a mug. Oh, the thought of it just warms my heart. So I have a few honorable mentions that I couldn't let go. The Hungry Girl Thanksgiving Casserole. I love that. We've made it several times. The boys love it. It is so good. So it was in her fall magazine last year, but I have it on, I don't know if I have it on my channel. I think I did because you couldn't go and look it up because she didn't put those on her website because they're in the cookbook. But yeah, so I think it's on my dishwiththee.org. Absolutely outstanding. Now, that was all desserts. I just had it because it's Thanksgiving, it's fall, it's just the comfort food, and it's so good, and it's so stinking easy. I don't know about you, but I love these less than 5 minutes to put together, and it's fantastic. Absolutely. And pumpkin bagels. 2-ingredient dough pumpkin bagels I made on the channel. I think it was last fall. Now, I did make Hungry Girl's pumpkin bagel balls. I didn't really like them. They were okay. I didn't hate them, but my pumpkin bagels are absolutely lovely. So if you want a pumpkin bagel, change up the 2-ingredient dough. My 2-ingredient dough is a little bit different than everybody else's 2-ingredient dough. I just like to add a little richness to it without adding any points. So you can go check that recipe out, or even the basic recipe. I add a little less yogurt, an egg, and a little bit of quick yeast or quick acting, none of those things. I don't let it rise. I mean, you could if you had the time. Most times I don't have the time, so I just mix it up, throw it in the oven, and they puff up beautifully. And it gives it a nice texture, and I don't know, yeast does give it a little bit of flavor. Not a lot, but a bready flavor that you just that you miss. So that is there. So that is it. They were my 2 add-ons. I'm looking, I feel like I wrote something else, but I don't understand what I wrote. I scribbled. I have mini something. I don't know what I wrote, but anything on my channel that's in a mug gets a shout out. So I will have these listed down below if you happen to say, "Ooh, that sounds really good. Let me go check that one out." Go check out the video. 90%, 99.9% of the recipes are on dishwithd.org. If you can't find it there, the newer ones like the Fritter and the Crisp will be on dishwithd.com. I am transitioning everything over to the .com, but I'm a one-man operation, so I don't have a tech person. So I will be doing this slowly but surely. I have a few going on there, so it'll take me time. But like I said, I have the .org for a while, so it's all good. So that's why I try to keep it simple. They're both Dish with D, www.dishwithd. One is .org, one is .com. And you could sign up on the .com to get them emailed to you. And if I upload like a little bit of a blog post or something, then you'll get that as well. So that is it. So thank you, crew, for suggesting me putting my fall favorites out. So I hope some of these might be your fall favorites as well. You never know. A lot of them are very easy. Most of my recipes are extremely easy because I don't have time to spend in the kitchen. I got things to do. You know, I got a sick dog. I have a job. I have videos to film for you guys. I can't be spending all my time in the kitchen. Have a great rest of your day. If you enjoy these type of videos, I have several coming up because I got lots that you want me to share. So if you enjoy these, let me know and give this video a big old thumbs up. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you. Welcome to the Dish with D community. It is a fun place to be. You never know what's going to happen here. Just never know. So be prepared for a fun ride and delicious food and great support. What else can you ask for? I don't know. Thanks for watching. If you know anybody that needs to see this video because they are lacking a variety of these kinds of foods in their life, you could definitely share this video with anybody that you think would love to see it. So thank you for watching. We will dish another day, folks. And if you haven't subscribed, there's a subscribe button. Hit it. Highly recommend it. You know when I upload. The bell helps you know when I upload. When you hit that bell, you'll get a notification saying Dish with D uploaded her 10 fall favorite videos. And hey, who doesn't want to know that? Have a great day. We will dish another day, folks.